Hello everyone, today is 17 April and we are starting our daily current affairs. So, azir current affairs topic bur ki hoy. First is the festival tourism in Assam, external aided projects in Assam, then investment in Northeast, then role of equatorial clouds in monsoon. Aru logote a new species frog has been discovered in Assam, aru AI hallucinations, Moirang, India Justice Report and Global Financial Stability Report. So, let us start. First is the festival tourism potential in Northeast. As we all know, Northeast presents a diverse culture. So, it makes a potential for festival tourism. Festival tourism ki hoy jot festival or celebration plus in tourism. So, it leads to proper economic growth. Important for mains, proper economic growth. So, this is important for mains. So let's first see what are the strategies for sustainable tourism development. Eta hol community based tourism models. Yat ki kora hoy local people bro through the way of cooperatives host koribo dia hoy various festivals. Then next hol infrastructure development. For a proper tourism model, sustainable tourism model, we must develop our infrastructure like hotels, roads, etc. Then digital promotion. Ki ko ami through the use of social media and digital platforms, these are festivals globally popularized koribo laibo. Then one of the most important, skill development. Youth purok for these adequate facilities train koribo laibo and artisan marketing koribo laibo. Then next is the integrated festival calendar. Yat ki koribo laibo? Ekhon integrated calendar for Northeast jot about the information about the various festivals ketia hobo ki hobo gutekhini information provide kori dia hobo. So these are the models. Now let's see what are the potentials of festival tourism in Northeast. First what it makes is the cultural diversity. As we all know, region hosts numerous ethnic communities and sobore unique festivals like Hornbill of Nagaland, Bihu of Assam, Sangai of Manipur, thus reflecting rich oral traditions, dance, music and crafts. Then tourism driven economy. Ki hobo? A surge in festival tourism will help in increasing other sectors also like hospitality, local crafts, cuisine, homestays. Thus, it will help in growth of the GSDP of the particular area. Then, aru ki hobo? Promotion of handloom and handicraft. Festival tourism hol hole ki hobo? It will provide a platform to showcase traditional weaving, textile crafts like Ohomor, Khualkusir silk or different local clothes of Assam. Then, cultural exchange and unity. Ki hobo? Festival tourism hol hole ki hobo? Bahirar pra beleg dekhor pra beleg stateor pra people will come to perform and which will lead to a cultural integration and thus strengthening the unity. Next is the rural development. Tourism ki koribo? Tourism will tourist visiting rural areas for festivals will help in upliftment of the local communities. Ki koribo? Agro-tourism support koribo ba logote fisheries or horticulture ba bakibor allied sector ko support koribo. So next news is external aided projects. Assam receives 2,600 billion under external aided projects in 5 financial years. So let us see last 5 years what amar ki external aided projects hoise. Eta hol first 1920 Assam Bridge project korpra hoise from NDB National Domestic Bank. Then Assam project on forest and biodiversity conservation korpra 50 million euros from France. Then Assam Inland Water Transport Project, 85 million from IBRD. Then 2021, Assam State in Transmission Enhancement Project from AIIB. So, eneke projects pur ase and core pra fund hoise. Important for prelims like yate directly question ahibo pare core pra kuntu projector naam to dibo pare aru core pra fund hoise. So, ei gutekhini ebar sai lobo. Then next is the any investment. Potential and challenges. As we all know, Northeast is very much close to Southeast Asia. So development of Northeast is very crucial for Act-East policy and under neighborhood first policy. But there comes some challenges. Eta hol connectivity gaps. Ki hoy amar Northeast as compared to other parts of India have infrastructure bottlenecks like the Siliguri corridor, which is only a narrow stretch connecting the Northeast. Road, rail, but digital networks are still not much developed as compared to other parts. Then security concerns. Till now, there is a fear of security issues. like Maoist insurgency or terrorism. Then land and governance issues. According to various reports, bureaucratic delays and land acquisition delays and unregulatory frameworks have become hindered the challenges to realizing investment potential. Then human capital. The human capital of Assam or Northeast need to be developed to link up with the global market. Then opportunities কি আছে এবাৰ চাও এটা হ'ল sectoral diversity. So foreign investors are mainly exploring in various sectors like IT and digital infrastructure, healthcare, agriculture, and so কি হ'ব যদি আমাৰ ভাল হিউমেন কেপিটেল আছে এইবোৰ সেক্টৰত আমি অতি সোনকালে ডেভেলপ হ'ব. দেন strategic geography. India is, as we all know, India is close to Southeast Asia. So it will help in development of India. It will connect India to Southeast Asia. Like for example, through India, Myanmar, Thailand trilateral highway, Kaladan multimodal project. Then culture and ecological appeal. Last article আমি চাইছিলো cultural tourism report. So this our অসমৰ rich ethnic diversity and natural beauty drive কৰিব পাৰে cultural or sustainable ecotourism. So this is all. So next আমি চাও equatorial cloud band and monsoon. So news to asle monsoon rains in India are influenced by movement of cloud bands. So ইয়াতে আছে boreal summer and interseasonal oscillations. So what is boreal summer and intraseasonal oscillations? কি হয়, this is a large scale pattern of cloud movement. ক'ৰ পৰা যায় western Indian Ocean. So ক'ৰ পৰা হয় western Indian Oceanৰ পৰা western Indian Ocean to western Pacific Ocean during monsoon season. So কি হয় যেতিয়া এই cloud to move হয়, it moves over India and this brings rainfall over India. যেতিয়া migrate কৰে northward migrate কৰে from the equator, while migrating from north, ইয়াৰ পৰা যেতিয়া northward migrate কৰে equator পৰা, it passes through India, thus leading to rainfall. So recent study by ISC কি কয়, ISC recent study টোত কি কৈছে যে there is a weakening of the boreal summer interseasonal oscillations and it has become less frequent, thus impacting the monsoon of India. So why it is happening? Because of the climate change and global warming. Okay, so next we saw a new frog species discovered after 21 years of study. So কি হৈছে, a new frog species named Leptobrachium areatum, named after 𝐟𝐨𝐷𝐵 College. 𝐟𝐨𝐵 College under naming কৰা হৈছে because the scientist group was from 𝐟𝐨𝐵 College. ক'ত discover হৈছে? Garbhanga Reserve Forest located in Guwahati, Assam near the Meghalaya border. So key features কি হয়, এটা হ'ল distinctive eyes. So here the frog has orange and black eyes setting it apart from other species. Then reticulated throat pattern. So যোনটো throat হয় ইয়াৰে reticulated pattern এটা আছে leading to a distinct appearance. Smooth and আৰু other features like smooth and rhythmic call আৰু molecular and morphological distinctiveness. So কি হয়, DNA analysisৰ পৰা গম পোৱা গ'ল যে it confirmed it is a new species. A varied DNA এটা পোৱা গৈছে distinguishing it from unique call and appearance. Next topic is, does AI still hallucinate? AI hallucination is a phenomenon. কি হয় ইয়াতে large language model like LLM ইয়াতে কি কৰে often generate AI chatbot computer version tool perceiving patterns of objects that are non-existent. So কি হয়, large language model generate AI chatbot কি কৰে non-existent pattern কিছুমান develop কৰে, creating chatbots that are nonsensical or altogether inaccurate. মানে AI chatbot কি কৰে আপোনাৰ non-accurate information কিছুমান provide কৰে. So that is why AI hallucination, non-accurate information provide কৰে. So hallucination chatbot কি হয়, তো chatbotবোৰক কি কৰা হয়, AI chatbotবোৰক কি কৰা হয়, through natural language processing they are trained to have human-like conversation. While NLP through natural language processing it can enable them to operate more or less on their own. Hallucination in AI chatbot is when machine provide convincing but completely made up answers. So কি হয়, convincing answer দিয়ে but completely made up. আমি বহু সময়ত আমি ইনফৰমেশ্যন কিছুমান শ্বেয়াৰ কৰিলে দেখা পাওঁ completely made up, just different examples provide কৰে. For example, আমাক যদি চাওঁ what does Albert Einstein say about black holes, আমি যদি এইটো মাৰো কেতিয়াবা যেতিয়া when AI is hallucinating it can return a quote made famous on the internet rather than factual information. And most of the time, the information are given so accurately that we tend to mislead. So this is what AI hallucination. Then next is the Moirang war. So historical context to saw, Moirang was the first Indian territory to get captured by INA from British war during World War II. So a lead kune Indian National Army kune lead kori asile? It was led by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. A movement to kihor part asile? It was a part of Imphal campaign when INA was trying to capture India through northeast. It was the Moirang was the first Indian territory to get captured. Capture of Moirang. So আৰু বেলেগ ডিটেইলছবোৰ চাই লওঁ. Moirang was captured by Colonel Shokat Malik of INA. He hosted the Indian tricolor for the first time on Indian soil under the INA rule. So INA কাৰ লগত আহিছিলে? INA came with Japanese collaboration. The INA যোনটো INA campaign আছিলে, it was supported by Japanese 15th Army General Mutaguchi. Their plan was to enter through Burma and capture Imphal and then proceed to Kohima and Dimapur. Kuntu group asile INA Bahadur group, including intelligence and special operations, worked closely with Japanese forces. So what is the legacy of this Moirang? So Moirang capture considered symbol of Indian resistance and nationalism. Yet the INA war memorial complex ase, and this similar question was asked in APSC last year APSC regarding this INA war memorial. So আৰু এটা fact আছে যে Netaji Bose visited Moirang later in 1944, enhancing its historical importance. But despite this symbolic victory, INA's Japanese advancement was eventually halted by British reinforcement. So Britishৰ reinforcemenটৰ কাৰণে INAৰ যোনটো expedition আছিলে সেইটো successful হ'ব নোৱাৰিলে. So next চাওঁ, এটা নতুন ৰিপৰ্ট এটা আহিছে যোনটো India Justice Report 2025. And according to this report, Telangana cops were the best in the country. আৰু কি কৈছে? Women are mostly underrepresented. Let's see আৰু কি কৈছে? কিছুমান structural issue highlight কৰা হৈছে পুলিচৰ ওপৰত. Important for mains. এটা হ'ল understaffed. According to this report, there is 23% vacancy in the police force and over 50% vacancy among the forensic staff across the country. Very important data. Then suboptimal women representation. Normally, কি হয় nationally, there are only 8% women police officers in senior positions and no states UTs meet the reserve quotas for women in the police. National benchmark কিমান আছে? 33%. But this was quite less than at present কিমান আছে? Only 8%. Then judiciary কি কৈছে? Low judge to population ratio. এটা কিমান আছে? There are 15 judges to per 10 lakh population. Against desired কিমান হয়? 50 judges per 10 lakh population. Lack of diversity. As we all know, they constitute only 38% of judges in lower judiciary, or women, only 38% of judges in lower judiciary and only 14% in high courts. So prisons. Next question, prisons report ki koise? Prisons are understaffed. 30% of the prison staff positions were vacant nationally. Aru ki koise? Overcrowded. Prisons occupancy had risen to 131% with share of under trials at 76%. So prison occupancy of bahut khini rise korise, under trials are constituting 76%, which is quite alarming. Aru legal aid amar kor pra ahe? Kuntu article pra ahe? Article 39A. Yar pra ki bonwa goise? Legal Service Authority Act. Important for prelims, Legal Service Authority Act 1987. So এটা কি কৈছে? Declining volunteer participation. Number of paralegal volunteers decreased by 38%. So ইয়াতে কি কৈছে? States should be rewarded for demonstrating improvement in judicial vacancies, police training or prison rehabilitation. States should be incentivized for performing better in all these categories: legal aid, prison, judiciary or police. So next is type 5 diabetes. So কি কৈছে? News to হয় type 5 diabetes recognized a distinct form of diabetes. So why it is significant? International Diabetic Federation has formally recognized type 5 diabetes as a malnutrition related form of diabetes in the World Diabetic Congress 2024 held in Bangkok. Ki hoy type 5 diabetes? It is a type of diabetes linked to severe malnutrition. Kar majot common in young thin individuals from low and middle income countries. So low and middle income countries hole code effect hobo? মেইনলি ইন এছিয়ান আফ্ৰিকা লগতে ইয়াৰ লগত আৰু এটা আপোনাৰ টপিক এটা আছে ভেৰি কাৰেণ্টলি নিউজ নেগলেক্টেড ট্ৰপিকেল ডিজিজ কাৰেণ্টলি এবাৰ চাই ল'ব নেগলেক্টেড ট্ৰপিকেল ডিজিজ neglected tropical disease. It is linked to this news. So, let's see what are the causes of type 5 diabetes. Mainly because of protein energy malnutrition during critical growth years. It's a growth years of protein energy malnutrition karne. Then long term dietary deficiencies, particularly in protein or micronutrients. So, possibly ki hoy because of the early life undernutrition and poor metabolic adaptation. Symptoms কি কি হ'ব পাৰে sudden weight loss বা frequent urination excessive thirst এইবোৰ হ'ব পাৰে frequent symptoms. Next is the QPAI. এটা startup হয় announces dawn of quantum era in India with 25 qubit quantum computer. কি হয় আমি চাও QPAI it is a startup কি কৰিলে launch 25 qubit supercomputing computer QPAI Indus very important. Key hoy it is the first full stack quantum computing system in country that combines advanced computing hardware scalable control and optimized software for hybrid computing. This is the first full stack computing system on the principle of quantum computing. So quantum computing or principles key hoy eta ami eta term dekha palo qubits. Qubits se ki hot function kore it functions on the principle of 0 or 1. So yete eta quantum computer principle ki hoy it leverages principle like solve complex problems which are beyond the reach of classical computers. Amar eta develop hoise super computers develop hoise but they are more faster than super computers which will help in developing very fast mathematical operations within seconds of time. Junto eta normal computer ba super computer takes hundreds of years it may do the same mathematics sum or different calculations in around few minutes. Unlike bits which can only be in two states. Bits ki hoy 0 বা 1 state hoy but yate quantum computing ki hoy superposition. It like superposition ki hoy it's like it can be either 0 or 1. 0 hobo pare 1 hobo pare we don't know the exact position. So ei karone yate ki hoy entangled yate quantum particles become entangled. So suppose amar duta box ase jodi yate 0 ase then 1 ami jodi gom pao that this box contains 0 and consider this box is located in far away in another galaxy still we can know that it is 1 ba ami jodi etu number jodi ami 1 boli gom pai jao then we can know that this is 0. This is a quantum property of entanglement. Then next is superposition mane ki hoy a quantum computing system can exist in multiple states simultaneously mane in this box it can be either 0 or 1 or like ami jodi sao yate there can be any one of them. This is superposition. Then inference mane ki hoy quantum computing has the states to amplify correct results and suppress errors. The mechanism quantum computer mechanism but ki hoy error bor quantitatively reduce koribo pari and errors suppress koribo pari. Next is the AI basics. How it is different how TPU is different from CPU and GPU. So what is TPU? TPU is tensor processing unit. Ki hoy TPU specialized hardware accelerator specially designed to speed and optimize machine learning. Optimize speed aru optimization karone through machine learning task. For example Google Photos ki hoy through the use of TPU multiple user uploaded image quantify kora hoy like ami dekha pao Google recently uploaded moments together teneko various groups bonai dia hoy. This is done through tensor processing unit. So yate keneke kora hoy yate eta term ase matrix multiply unit. Ki hoy matrix multiply unit are specialized outputs within TPUs designed to perform large scale matrix multiplication efficiently. So let's see CPU, GPU or tensor processing unit. Difference to ki hoy CPU is general purpose karone. GPU ki hoy a more advanced version parallel precursors mainly for visual and AI tasks by visuals or karone GPU use kora hoy. And TPU code hoy application specific like Google Photos. It is optimization karone এনেকুৱা কমপ্লেক্স অপটিমাইজেশ্যনৰ কাৰণে টেন্সৰ প্ৰচেছিং ইউনিট ইউজ কৰা হয়. ইয়াতে কি হয় টিপিউত কি হয় স্পেচিয়েলাইজ ফৰ ডিপ লাৰ্নিং টেন্সৰ কম্পিউটেশ্যন. whereas GPU কি হয় graphics rendering and CPU handles routine computing. Similarly, other examples buru ase, other differences buru ase. Performance, obviously, this is a very faster, it performs in a very faster manner. Then flexibility, কি হয় flexibility ইয়াতে কি হয় GPU কি হয় since it's a general purpose precursor, so flexibility it is, I mean we can use this in every other thing, but GPU কি হয় mainly for graphics and visualization, and TPU কি হয় very narrow purpose like few specialized application. আমি ক'লোৱে গুগল ফটোজ এক্সাম্পল ক'ত ক'ত ইউজ কৰিব পাৰি গুগল চাৰ্চ AI, YouTube AI, DeepMind models, whereas GPU can be used in editing, ML, and CPU word processing, browsing, OS control, etc. So this is all about CPU, GPU, and TPU. Next report is the next news is the Global Financial Stability Report, published by important for prelims, published by IMF. So what this report highlights, first is geopolitical risks, multiple threat to supply chains. Supply chains are the chains through which a supply of goods and services are done from one region of the world to the another. কি হৈছে geopolitical rivalries like Red Sea crisis, Russia-Ukraine war, Israel conflict, সেইবোৰৰ কাৰণে কি হৈছে যোনটো supply chain আছে তাতকৈ major threat পোৱা হৈছে and it has disturbed the supply chain. Like cyber attacks, recently DDoS attack newsot আছে because of Trump's Twitter issue karne. Then tectonic shift in power economies. Etia ki hoise amar recently there has been shift in trade alliances and investment hubs. So Zunpur agor trade partner asle, there has been subsequent changes there. Then fragmented tax environment. Ki hoise minimum global tax. Various countries have adopted the minimum global tax. What is minimum global tax? এটা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ কাউণ্ট্ৰি এখনত যদি প্ৰডিউচ কৰা হয় এটা গুড এটা ইভেন ইফ দে আৰ প্ৰডিউচিং ইন দে আৰ বিং ইন লছ দে নিড টু গিভ আ মিনিমাম টেক্স. দিছ ইজ মেইনলি ডান ফৰ টেক্স হেভেন কাউণ্ট্ৰিজ. দিছ ইজ আ মিনিমাম গ্ল'বেল টেক্স. দেন ডেম'গ্ৰাফিক টেকনলজিকেল এণ্ড কালচাৰেল প্ৰেছাৰ্ছ. ডেম'গ্ৰাফিক টেকনিকেল কালচাৰেল প্ৰেছাৰ আছে যেনেকৈ এজিং পপুলেশ্যন, এক্সাম্পল জাপান, mass retirement, USA, falling birth rates, এইটোও ক'ত হ'ব জাপান, South Korea, then culture wars, AI integration. So these all are creating pressures in the financial geopolitical situation. Implication কি হ'ব পাৰে ইয়াৰ কাৰণে? First is sovereign risks. So ইয়াৰ কাৰণে কি হ'ব পাৰে? Because of all these wars, there may be increase in military spending and economic downturns. Ki koribo, what will be the impact? It will impact the public debt to GDP ratio, thus escalating fiscal and sustainability concerns. And also, when more of the amount will go to military spending, less will be for social welfare. Then financial contagion. Geopolitical risk ki koribo pare? Eta spillover effect eta hobo pare to the other economies through trade and financial linkage. Suppose এতিয়া ৱৰ্ল্ডৰ এটা পাৰ্টত ৰেড ৱাৰ ক্ৰাইচিছ হৈ আছে. দিছ ৰেড ৱাৰ ক্ৰাইচিছ কেন ইম্পেক্ট দ্য আদাৰ পাৰ্টছ অলছ' অৰ ৰাছিয়া-ইউক্ৰেইন ৱাৰ. ৰাছিয়া-ইউক্ৰেইন ৱাৰৰ কাৰণে কি হৈছে ইট হেজ ইফেক্টেড ইণ্ডিয়া অলছ' বিকজ অফ দ্য ট্ৰান্সপৰ্টেশ্যন অফ গুডছ. ছানফ্লাৱাৰ অইল ট্ৰান্সপৰ্ট হ'ব পৰা নাছিলে. লাইক চিমিলাৰলি নেক্সট কি মেক্ৰ' ইকনমিক ইম্পেক্ট. চ' ইয়াতে ছেইম কথাই কৈছে জিঅ'পলিটিকেল ৰিস্কৰ কাৰণে কি হৈছে ছাপ্লাই চেইন ডিষ্ট্ৰিবিউশ্যন, কেপিটেল ফৰ ৰিভাৰ্চেলছ. Capital for reverse hoise, more of the countries are taking out the capitals. Investor confidence. So investor recently news dekha paisu US-China war karone ki hoise stock market has fluctuated heavily. So these are the implications of geopolitical risk. So this is all for today. Thank you.